Hi everyone, welcome back once again. As in my introductory class, I've said, not introductory class, in my first lecture of sentences, whatever I'm not finished, I'm going to finish now. This is continuation after where I left first class. So let's start. As far as in my previous class I have emphasized on subject, now I'm going to put emphasis on predicate. Predicate, as I have said, it's combination of verb plus object plus complement. Verb is main part of any sentence. Without verb, a sentence can't exist, except very few cases. In some exclamatory sentences, in fact, verb don't appear, but sentence still exist. But that is very rare. Rest, without a verb, you can't think of about a sentence. So, as far as predicate part is concerned, in this session we are going to emphasize much on predicate part, because in first sentence, first class, we have put it much emphasis on subject part. So let's start. As I said in my first class, I gave Mohan a book. Just consider this sentence. I gave Mohan a book. I is subject here. So there is two part of a sentence, subject and predicate. So in this sentence, in this particular sentence, I is a subject and rest parts are predicate. So we are going to understand rest part of the sentence. Gave Mohan a book. Gave is what? Gave is give, given. It is a verb. Gave is second form of the verb. I gave Mohan. Mohan is what? Indirect object. A book is direct object. Means, as far as predicate is concerned, verb plus object are part of predicate. Subject plus verb plus object. Both objects are appearing here, direct and indirect object, are making the sentence. Take one more example. Next is, she told her son a story. She told her son a story. She is what here? Subject. Told, tell, told. So it is somewhat. Told is second form. It is a verb. She told her son. Her son is what? Her son is object. Indirect object. A story is somewhat direct object, you can consider it. Alright, clear on basis of predicate rules. And next sentence, take one more sentence. The girl washes her clothes. The girl washes her clothes. The girl is here what? Is a subject. And subject, what is important thing? Head word or main word. So girl is yes, head word or main word. The is what here? It is enlargement qualifier. The girl washes here verb, her cloth. Her cloth is what? Object. So it is not complicated. But you have to put much emphasis on understanding all these fundamentals. Because if I don't know, it doesn't matter. But if you will not be in position to understand correctly all these fundamentals, you will not be in position to communicate effective English. Because I have put in a lot of efforts. So as far as I'm concerned, you can say through my practice, through my experience, through my education, I'm enough well versed. In fact, I don't care what is grammar, it is not going to impact me. But if you're learning from basic, you have to put much emphasis. In fact, if I'm conducting these communication classes, then a lot of mistakes which I was making, I'm going to dissipate through my this. So it is just part of self improvement also, and of course it is, but it's a bit, it's very less for me. It is because it's not part of my personality. It is not essential for me, but it is going to be much essential for you. So you need to focus much more than I. Alright, so let's keep continuing. Take one more example. Like Sita did not like swimming. Sita did not like swimming. Sita is what? It is subject. And now I told, in all these examples we are going to put much emphasis on predicate part. So Bhagat Sita for a short while did not like swimming. Did appears in scene. Did is a helping word, everybody knows. Did not like. Did not like is what? Like is also a verb. Like. So did not like is collectively known as verb. Sita did not like swimming. Swimming is what? It is an object. And if we'll consider what I said, it is a sort of a gerund. It is gerund. Okay. Verb, because swim is a verb. If we add verb plus ing, it become gerund. Okay. I think it is gerund. It is gerund, I think. Or it is infinitive. What it is? Whatever it is, you have to find out. If I'm wrong, if right, that's not a problem. And so I think as far as predicate part is concerned, you all are at least get a glimpse about what it is all about and how it works, how sentence get framed, and it will summarize it so it completes sentence in broader way. Then a sentence is a part of subject plus predicate. Subject and predicate further will distinguish. Then ultimately its structure will be like this: sentence equal to determiner plus adjective plus head word or main word plus adjective phrase plus verb plus direct object plus indirect object plus complement plus rest, if anything. This is overall structure of a sentence. You have to have all these fundamentals in mind, but I'm assuring you all these will become part of your lifestyle and your mind only when you put much practice. You will do hard work, you will practice again and again, then only all these fundamentals will appear in your mind. But I'm sure at least a glimpse you have got what it is all about subject and predicate. So as of now, I have clarified about sentences, basic sentences. Later on, compound sentences, complex sentences, and other sentences will come in scene. But as far as basic is concerned, only this was essential to start. So we'll see you guys in next class. It will be on part of speech, which is very important. You have to go through with it thoroughly, and if you don't understand anything, because I'm going to post this video on YouTube, so just please put on comment, subscribe this channel English Well India, and let me know about your feedback. I'll improve and I'll dissipate whatever doubts you are having. Thanks a lot. Bye bye. Chief.